Eagle family. This is Mrs. Swanner, one of your music teachers. I wanted to let you know that Miss Paula and I have been working hours and hours on trying to figure out how to bring music to you without bogging you down with extra work. In the afternoon at 1 o'clock, you can come to a Zoom meeting and have music class with us for about 20 to 30 minutes. So I think it's gonna be a fun time for all of us. We'll be able to see you, you might be able to see some of your friends, and just experience music together. What happens if we have students that are in several different grade levels in one household? Can you join a Zoom meeting with your younger sibling? Absolutely. Vice versa, if you're a kindergartner and you have a 5th grade brother or sister and you want to jump in on their music class and they don't mind, we don't mind either. We like seeing your faces and we certainly miss you guys. So any way that we can interact with you is fabulous. Now, a couple guidelines. Oh, guidelines, that made me think. Can you sing with me? Make good choices, use kind words, show respect, involve yourself, care for our room and our instrument. Spell it out with me. MUSIC is the place to be. So let's talk about the guidelines for our music class when we meet next week. First of all, making good choices. How can you make good choices during a live video feed? Well, first of all, you can refrain from playing with things in front of the class. I don't need to see dinosaur getting into the screen. Ooh, ooh. So let's just make good choices so that everybody can enjoy the musical experience. For the you, it says use kind words. Well, you're going to be muted. So how do we use kind words? Well, one way is by our facial expressions. If we're like this, is that a kind face? Not so much. You can also type to us through a chat feed. We have to make sure that the words you're typing are school appropriate and that you are being constructive, building people up, the teachers and your classmates, not tearing anybody down. S is to show respect. Everything I just talked about all falls under showing respect. But another way you can show respect is showing up to class dressed appropriately. If you want to show up in your pajamas, we don't care. Another way you can show respect is keeping your microphone muted. You will have times where we may unmute certain students so they can answer a question or lead out an activity. But if you all have your mics on, there'll be too much feedback and noise and nobody will be able to do anything. I is to involve yourself. These are concepts that you will have done before, just an opportunity to experience music. Can you sit and watch us participate? Yes, but Miss Paul and I are not YouTube stars, not YouTube stars. But if you involve yourself and try to do the activities and participate, you might find yourself smiling, laughing, and being musical, which is what we want. The last one is the C, caring for our room and instruments. Zoom is your classroom next week. Whatever electronic device you get on, whether that be an iPad or a laptop or even your computer, if it has the camera feature, you have to make sure you're taking care of it. You can also take care of instruments. Maybe some of you have instruments you're going to bring in. You have a guitar or a ukulele. Make sure you're playing it correctly. And that leads me to the last thing for our little introduction today. We will have times when we're keeping the beat, listening to music, and I want you to bring a beat buddy. Right now, I have my woolly mammoth. Well, maybe you don't have a woolly mammoth. Maybe you have your favorite doll or another stuffed animal. So I have a couple other options for you. Grayson's gonna help me with this, my 2nd grader. He's gonna pop up here. He's been sitting quietly behind, being respectful and doing the things that we talked about. He's gonna show you some other beat keeping activities that he has, like one of his favorite T-Rexes that he plays with. So for that beat keeping, he would just hold it and keep the beat. Just like that, nice and gentle. You could also use some type of ball, like a tennis ball, baseball. Grayson has this hammer. We could do it like this to keep the beat, or even on your hand, however you like. Keep the beat is one of our activities. The other is to play instruments. Maybe you don't have a maraca at home, but I want to show you how this made a great shaker. And it makes a great drum. So if we are doing the rhythm reading with you, like this one, this is ta, ti, 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 ta. If you had an instrument, ta, or of course you could tap it, ta, ti, 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 ta. If you have questions or you want some extra musical help throughout the week, you are certainly welcome to email Mrs. Paul and I. We are still holding office hours even though we cannot have an actual class. If you grab anything from your house that is not your personal item, please make sure you ask your parent or guardian that you are staying with at the time to make sure it's okay. We can't wait to make music with you. Have a wonderful rest of your week, Nolanville Eagles, and work hard on that schoolwork. We miss you. See you soon.